Hi friends, my name is Tora and today I'm going to be talking to you about hand hygiene. Hand hygiene is really all about germs. Germs are icky and they make us sick and we don't like germs. And as you can see, these are what happens, what our hands look like when we have germs. So we have all these little creatures and stuff on there, and under a fluorescent light, which you're going to see in just a few minutes, what germs actually looks like. So where are places that you think that you can find germs? Raise your hand if you know. I know. Places that you can find germs are in the movie theater, the restroom, the workplace, restaurants, and school. Those are just to name a few places that you can find germs. So every time that we're out somewhere, we always want to make sure that we're keeping our hands clean and that we're washing our hands. So today, when you teach about hand hygiene, you're going to talk about washing your hands with soap and water and how it prevents you from getting rid of all these icky germs on your hands. And when you should wash your hands. Always, you know that you should wash your hands before you eat food, after you eat food, before and after caring for someone who's sick, before, after you get a cut on your hand, after you use the bathroom, after you blow your nose or touch an animal, after you take the trash out. Those are all some great examples of when you should be when you should be washing your hands. And here on these, might look a little bit small over there, but here it's just showing you someone who's using the bathroom or sneezing or coughing, a picture of garbage, touching an animal, eating or preparing food. Those are great ways where we should be washing our hands before and or after. So we have a 5-step process to washing our hands. And the first one is we're going to wet our hands. We're going to turn the water on, we're going to wet them, and we're going to apply soap. Once we put the soap on, we're going to lather them up real good. And we're going to lather them up, I'd say for maybe a good 10 seconds to make sure we get soap on all parts of our hands. Once we're done lathering, we're going to scrub. You're going to scrub in between your fingers. You're going to scrub on the top, in between your thumbs, by your palms and your wrists. And you're going to scrub for at least 20 seconds. You want to make sure you get them all gone, no germs. And once you're done, you're going to rinse them with cleaning water. You're going to rinse them with cleaning water, and then you are going to dry your hands. So that is how the 5-step process works to washing your hands. If you do not have access to a sink and soap, you can use a hand sanitizer. Now there are different types of hand sanitizers. We have these kinds of hand sanitizers. We have the little pocket hand sanitizers. And those are really great if you're on the go, if you're out and you can't get to a bathroom to wash your hands properly. You can open up the product, you can apply it on your hands, you can scrub it all around for a good 10 seconds until you get that dry feeling. And you just kind of do that and get rid of the germs. And they are like 99% effective in getting rid of germs. So, and it's also really good because if we don't have access to the water, the hand sanitizer has it has to have at least 60% alcohol in order for it to be considered antibacterial. So in this particular one, we have 66%. So we know that by using this hand sanitizer, that we are 99% effective against germs. So I am going to bring my friend Chrissy in and we are going to show you how the germ kit works.
Hi guys, so we're going to take a look at our germ kit. We're going to use this little bottle. It's a white powder, and what it is it actually simulates germs. So we're going to show how contamination of germs can happen. So I'm going to put some white powder on my hands and I'm going to rub them together. That, and then I'm going to shake Tora's hand, and then she's going to show you with this light how I have contaminated her hands with germs. So you can see how easy it is to spread germs and get all your germs out there in all those places that we talked about. All right. And then we're both going to use hand sanitizer to get all those yucky germs off.
We're going to see, we put it on our palms and we're going to scrub it in for a good 10 seconds all over our hands until we have that dry feeling. So I'm going to leave you with my friend Chrissy and she's going to go over the paperwork with you for hand hygiene.
All right guys, so our paperwork's really important. We want to make sure that first we have our hand hygiene inventory list. We want to make sure that we have our board, of course, and we want to make sure that we have our germ kit if we have one, and then hand sanitizer that's at least 60% full of alcohol, and then we want our paper towels as well in all of our sheets and our handouts. So that's our inventory list. The next thing we have is our hand hygiene script. The script is just going to go through everything Tora said and really hit on those points that we really want to make sure our athletes understand. So to make sure that they know that they need to wash their hands for 20 to 40 seconds. You need to wash your hands or use hand sanitizer after you sneeze, cough, handle garbage, go to the restroom, anything like that, where you could, be getting germs and then contaminating other people with germs. And then if you don't have an available sink, then you need to try and find some hand sanitizer to use to make sure you're not getting everybody else sick or, spreading germs. The next thing we have is our hand hygiene healthy habits series of questions. So you can start with this if you want. It just kind of has a list of questions that you'll be able to ask your audience and just see, a general feeling of how much they know about hand hygiene and where you need to go and what you need to teach them from there. So these two are going to be our feedback forms. We have one for mentors and we have another for athletes. These forms basically go through and you're going to answer and fill them all out after the presentations have been done. And we just want to make sure that we're really making our athletes understand hand hygiene and making sure that they know everything they need to know about it. So these will help us decide what parts of the program are effective and what parts we maybe need to improve upon. All right, so our last little form here is going to be our handout. So it shows how to wash your hands properly, like Tora went over before. On the back, it also has just saying when you should wash your hands before and after eating, after you sneeze, cough, anything like that. So you can give out this form after you're done presenting. And we also have the little pocket-size hand sanitizers that you'll be able to give out to the athletes that you presented to. All right, thanks guys so much for listening and good luck.